Welcome back to the Salty Creole Fishing Channel, everyone. We had some extra time over the Thanksgiving holiday, and so we thought we would drive up to Southport, North Carolina, and spend a day up there, and possibly, look around, maybe explore a little bit. And we did. And I was going to share with you some of the things about, taking a trip up there. If you're ever in South Carolina or North Carolina, it's not far from Myrtle Beach. It's about 45 minutes to an hour from Myrtle Beach to get to Southport. And as you're going out that way, there's a lot of nice beaches along that route that you take to get to Southport. And a few of the beaches are Sunset Beach, Ocean Isle Beach, and our favorite is Holden Beach. And so either when we're going that way, we stop at Holden Beach, or on the way back, we stop at Holden Beach. And today, I wanted to share with you from our last visit some of the reasons why we like Holden Beach so much. And everybody tries to keep it kind of quiet on the low and everything, not really put it out there, but everybody by now knows about Holden Beach. And for whatever reason, Holden Beach has a lot of fossilized sea layers out there that have been disturbed from the beach renourishment that they do. And so today I'm going to share some information with you. It might be a little overwhelming, and there's no way that I'm going to get all of it, and I'll probably miss something, or I may even get something wrong. So if I do, feel free to correct me in the comments. But as always, we're going to continue to bring videos that are either related to fishing, shelling, shark tooth hunting, tips and tricks and things to make your fishing experiences better, or even a little bit of an adventure that we may go on. So with that being said, I'm going to show you some of the things that we were able to find between Southport and back to Myrtle Beach on that day's trip. And yeah, we'll just let you see what we did and what we came back with. And if you like our videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I'm back, and I'm going to show you some things and talk a little bit about them. First of all, we'll start off with what everybody goes to Holden Beach for, and there's a craze for finding these. These are called sea biscuits. And they're very old. To get into this condition, they say, and there's a little bit of a debate as to actually how old they are, but they're over 100 million years old. It's fossilized material, and at one time it was a sea urchin. And that is what I understand is the mouth of the sea urchin where they would eat. And they have this pattern on them. Now this is one that I've cleaned up, and very easy to clean them. Just use an old toothbrush and maybe get a set of those picks, like dental picks or tools from Harbor Freight that have scraping capabilities where you can clean some of the debris off. But then you take a half part vinegar and a half part water and combine that and put these in a bucket and let them set for a while. Some people leave them overnight. Some people take them out after an hour. My thing is, I like to take them out after about at least an hour. Sometimes I've left them overnight. But what I do to neutralize the vinegar so it doesn't keep eating on it is make sure you flush it really well with water. And then some people even take Elmer's glue and they'll do equal parts of Elmer's glue and water, and they'll paint these and seal them, and then they last a lot longer. But this is one that's been cleaned. Actually, I have two of them that have been cleaned, so you can get the effect of what they look like when they've been cleaned. And then I'll show you what they look like before they get their cleaning. When you first find them, they can look pretty rough. They can even look worse than this. So you can see all the calcium build up and everything on here. There's a whole lot on the bottom of this one. But if you treat them in the vinegar solution, because the vinegar is an acid, and it's a mild acid, it's not muriatic acid. Muriatic acid is totally different. Muriatic acid is very caustic. So to go with the solution that's the safest to use, I recommend half vinegar, half water. And after this sits in there for a while, it'll clean up a lot of this, and when you hit it with the brush, it'll knock some more off, and then there may be some little bit of scraping involved, but when you get done and you put a little effort into it, these things really clean up nice and they look beautiful. So I'm in the process of putting them around my landscaping. Where I have landscaping blocks where there's a little crack in between, I put one of these sea biscuits in there. So then you'll see some other things in the picture. There's an oyster shell back here in the background. I thought this had some nice color to it, so I grabbed it. These are called lettered olives. You find a lot of these. They're shiny. They come in all different sizes. You even find gray ones. Depends on where you go. Whatever the color of the material is that these shells and things sat in, that's the color the shell takes on. I mean, they go down very small. There's a real little tiny one. A lot of people collect them. These are like shells that a snail would live in. And you see how they have the effect of like an eye? They call these shark eyes. And as always, whenever you go out and you're harvesting shells or whatever, make sure there's nothing living inside of it, because if it is, really shouldn't take it. It'll stink anyways, and you don't want that. So just put it back in the water or let it go. These are two of my, well, I have a lot of prized possessions, but this is one. It's a rare find for me, and it's called a banded tulip. It's beautiful. Look at the colors on this. I don't find this is the only one I've ever found, and that's complete. I've probably seen some that are busted, but this is the only one that I've ever found that's complete. One of my favorites. And this is another one where I'm not positive on what it's called. It may be called a Scotch bonnet, but it has beautiful colors also. Supposedly, if you look up Scotch bonnet on the internet, they will say that that is like a state bird, you know. Every state has certain things. I think the Scotch bonnet is one of the prized possessions of either North Carolina or South Carolina. I'm not sure. But I think that's a Scotch bonnet. And it's kind of got some nice colors too. And then we find a lot of these. These are called augers. just because they're shaped like an auger, but they have some nice colors to them too. Now the ones you find over by Myrtle Beach, a little bit different color than the ones you find over by Holden Beach. These have like a creamy brown color to them. Real nice. And of course, we have our slippered shells. Why do they call them slipper shells? Because it looks like a little shoe that you could put on. The one side is like this. You flip it over, it's got like a little pocket. And so somebody came up with the name slipper shell. So you find a lot of these. And we also found a nice little jaw with the teeth in it. And now I know what's been stealing my fishing bait. Not sure what species this is from, but it's got some nice little teeth in there. I thought that was interesting. I grabbed it. Then you can find at the beach, you can find shark's teeth. This is a crow shark. This is a pretty big crow shark tooth. You can see how shiny it is. You can see the serrations. Whatever shark this came from, he was not playing around. He was pretty large. That's a big crow shark tooth. Trying to get it where you can get a good view of it, but that's a crow shark. Here's one that's a little bit smaller. It's also a crow shark tooth. I think they're pretty fantastic, really. We have not found no megalodon teeth. We found crow sharks, great whites, tiger shark, sand tiger. We found on Holden Beach, I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'll try to zoom in on it best I can. But if you see these three teeth together, right here on the bottom, right in the center, they kind of look like fangs, and they are. These three right here were once attached to one plate, and it came from a herring that was from way back years and years and years ago. Not sure exactly how many, but probably millions, because they say that these teeth are from what is called the saber-toothed herring of the sea, and they call that Enchodus, which is the scientific name for that species, Enchodus. So we were lucky when we were there to find three of them in kind of like a uniform matter, which kind of seems like they all came from the same fish, which was remarkable to find them all three together. And then another thing that is probably one of my prized possessions is this right here. What this is a Mosasaurus tooth. And you want to talk about being old. These are very old. But to find one washing up on Holden Beach is remarkable. I'm going to say 60 million years old. Not positive. That's what I've read about. This is really fantastic. And we also went there another time and we found another one, and it's kind of beat up and broken. But it's another Mosasaurus tooth also. They have a distinct cutting edge that's different than a crocodile or an alligator. They have a distinct cutting edge on the edge of the tooth, exactly 180 degrees from each other. So yeah, we have a couple of these, and this is really nice. And then on occasion we run into some of these. Now, I'm not sure if this is a conch, how you pronounce this, a whelk or whatever. This is probably the biggest one I've found. And of course, I never find ones that are 100% there. So, yep, I have another one. It's pretty big. It's big as my hand. And it's missing some pieces. But it's still a nice find. And I put it in the collection. So, these are just a few of the things that you can run across when you're out there exploring the beaches. And it's a lot of fun. So I hope I've been able to share a little bit with you on some of the awesomeness of living the coastal life here in the Carolinas, which is really the whole intent of what I'm trying to do. And if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, and we'll be bringing you some more videos shortly. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. My camera assistant reminded me that I should mention that up in the Southport area, that's where Blackbeard met his demise. That's an area up there, and it's kind of like folklore area, but I guess Blackbeard got into a battle with another naval commander, and he lost. So that area is known for Blackbeard. And then you also have, I'm sure you've probably seen the TV show where they're looking for the money pit. And I'm not sure the name of the show, but it's around Oak Island. And Oak Island is right there too, right next to Southport. And that's where, I guess, maybe some pirate treasure maybe buried, and people are going to the ends of the earth to try to find it. But anyway, they just wanted me to share that with you. And again, if you enjoy these videos and like what we're bringing to you, please like and subscribe so that we can continue to bring you more videos. Thank you. Oh yeah, and just a side note about the Mosasaurus tooth. If you can imagine the Tyrannosaurus Rex, T-Rex, walking on land. So that was the largest land carnivore, I guess, back in Jurassic times. So in equivalent, the thing that was swimming in the ocean, the Mosasaurus, at the same time of T-Rex's existence, you could compare the size of the T-Rex and the Mosasaurus, and there you would have what the creature would be like, except instead of the creature living on land, it lived in the ocean. And so it was definitely a predator. And I can imagine it was the king of the seas at the time. That's just another side note. And have a great day, everybody.